of the event.
Last Rush SR race of the weekend, of the season here on Gridlife Live. Thanks for joining us, WeatherTech Raceway Laguna Seca. Time to go. Here we go. Gridlife Laguna, Rush SR, green flag, and we're underway. Down towards the first corner, already 3 across, as they've been all weekend long.
And a nice launch there. Big lockup, and that can usually mean somebody comes steaming in with too much speed. That was Chang, I think, but he kept it under control. Gamma hangs on to second, Chang, Radman, and then the 2 teammates, Hamilton and Forsberg, side by side.
Cars everywhere leaving turn 2. Forsberg and Hamilton, they leaned on each other a little in race 3. Don't think they meant to do that. They're teammates here. Following Rob Radman into turn 4. There they are, the Sunoco cars side by side. And here comes Billingsley with a run to the right. And there's Countryman as well, swinging out to the left. That's also Gately perhaps in the 27. 3 wide into 5.
Oh, and that's going to be a heck of a squeeze play. And that third car finally just said, yeah, that's tough math. Let's back out of it a little bit and survive to be able to get through the race here. And everybody right now.
Cole Gamma to the end of the road. And everybody seems like they've got a little less grip than they'd hoped for down here.
Yeah, there's some, looks like debris down in that little bit of compression. And when it, as you hit it, it's not going to be a big deal, but you throw it up and the car behind you, that can just spook them for a second.
Nice and tidy down the hill at least. 109 feet, 11.5 stories to the bottom of Rainy Curve. There's Chris Forsberg. He's through his teammate and now closing in on Rob Radman. Alex Chang defending from second, or from third rather. He's been so good this weekend, so good this season, but he would love to cap it off with another victory today.
Yeah,
and Forsberg and Hamilton both
big
have
wide.
issues
Yeah,
there.
that was Forsberg who went way off.
And Hamilton's a little slow too. Both of them didn't get a very good exit. And here comes, somebody came 3 wide up the inside into turn 2, late on the brakes, and a lockup.
I'll tell you what, Beaupre has had a tremendous opening lap, jumping up into that 7th spot. Wow, what a launch he has put together here.
Yeah, Billingsley and Forsberg there running nose to tail. That's a battle for P5. And Forsberg, he was slow again out of a turn 11 like we saw earlier today in race 3. But then in the background, it was Nate Hamilton that went a little bit farther off into the gravel.
Yeah.
And Forsberg has a look. Whew. Turn 5 has been such a tricky spot. Hamilton's out. And I think that's Melnick that's going to have a look up his inside here into 6.
Yeah, and I think it was because Hamilton got such a run, and those 2 white cars were dueling, and one of them suddenly had to brake and move wide, and it just parked Hamilton just a little bit, so it's not going to help here. But Gamma, that yellow car, hanging on to that 2nd spot, but this battle for 3rd, Chang and Radman. Radman can be pretty relentless, and we know Chang's skill set. Oh, Radman really close here.
Yeah, he had a great run through Rainy Curve and closed in on Alex Chang. Chang kind of picked center of the racetrack there for the braking zone. Into 11, and a battle for the podium is on here. And for 5th place, I'll tell you, Billingsley and Forsberg have gone to war with each other in the background.
Yeah, they are really scrapping back there. And then behind them, Beaupre continues to have an impressive run. There he is with Countryman, Cooper, and then Hamilton completing your top 10 right now.
Yeah, Beaupre, you mentioned his climb. Countryman in the middle of that 3-car scrap. Hamilton clinging onto the back there, and it was a friendly rivalry between Hamilton and Forsberg at Lime Rock Park. They went side by side quite a bit, but here it seems like Forsberg's had the upper hand this weekend with pace.
Yeah, he's twice qualified legit 3rd. Yesterday morning and this morning, so showing some real pace. I think we're still seeing he's new to the racecraft part of it, and there's been a couple of moments where he may have cost himself a position or 2, but that's all part of it. So we have a full course yellow, Kyle.
Yeah, and I'm not sure what for.
Yeah,
and we'll probably find out here momentarily, but kind of midway through this one, a full course yellow scenario. And it'll bring the field behind the control of the safety car. I am scanning the road. Was there something at the exit at 6? No. Oh, there you go.
Against the barrier there.
Yep.
And just to let you know here, I just was watching this. Schneider made the start. And he started way in the back, and he's about mid-pack right now.
This is
he's 19th.
This is Brett DiGiacomo, by the way.
Oh, okay.
That's stuck by the wall there. Try to get out of the way as much as he could, but I don't think that they would like to leave him there.
No.
So they're going to get that thing hooked up and hopefully just drag him back around to the pit entry. This should hopefully just be a one lap and green, I would think.
Yes.
Little stack up there. Let's see. Get under the control of the safety car.
And just tracking Andy Vogel, who had to do a quick out of that big Stormin Corvette into this small prototype and has worked his way almost into the top 20 already. So doing a nice job.
I think he's really enjoyed this. I haven't had a chance to talk to him since the weekend started, but he's been looking forward to doing this for basically the entire year. The last time these cars raced here in 2023, he said, I'd like to take a look at doing that maybe next year, right? And after absolutely just demolishing the crowd in Street GT, I think he's looking for a new challenge.
Sure. And we talked about this is a great way to get into some high performance prototype racing. And these cars get after it. And, I wonder if he's thinking, all right, I'm going to do this race. I'm spending a little time in the SR. And then next year, maybe, say, SRX.
Yeah, and that new SRX platform, for those that missed it earlier, this Rush SR starts about $40,000, but there is a new Rush SRX car that comes in at about $80,000 that is going to have a way higher performance ceiling. You've got push to pass and DRS and over 300 horsepower in a car that's not much larger or heavier, and that will be currently is being planned to be run in a multi-class configuration here with the SRX and SR together, which I'm really excited for because we don't really have the opportunity to race multi-class. There is a lot of reasons why GLTC has stayed a single class series, but we do that there, and we can do something different here, and I'm all for it.
Absolutely. And, that's the magic, of course, of the GLTC is that, it's high-speed checkers, right? There aren't different pieces out there in terms of different classes, and that's the joy and the attraction of it. But there's something to be said for multi-class racing, and you get two classes of a prototype and one that is significantly quicker than the other class. It makes for some fascinating racing.
It does, and I think the SRX is going to be a lot of fun to listen to as well.
Yeah.
I mean, the soundscape of these cars is already it's just fascinating enough.
Yeah.
But more power, more sound.
Yeah.
More everything.
It's visceral.
It is.
And we do love it. That's for sure.
Well, look at the beautiful sights of the corkscrew and Rainy Curve. I heard a myth. I'm not sure if this is real, but when they were paving the racetrack or when they were bulldozing the racetrack, they just told the construction crew to get down the mountain any way they could because lunchtime was coming up. and that was the quickest path down, was that quick left-right combination known as the corkscrew.
I wouldn't be surprised. Back in the era when your course design came from, well, whatever way the bulldozer guy wanted to make that first run, and then you just worked around that. So here we go.
Time to go racing one more time. We'll get at least a lap, maybe two, in Rush SR Race 4 here at WeatherTech Raceway Laguna Seca, all behind the Rush Stig. Here we go. Green flag, and I think it's a green only this time. We're going to get at least two laps. And here comes Chang to the inside of Gamma from out of nowhere. The red and white car jams it down the inside. He wants P2.
Look at Forsberg going 3 wide around the outside, and he's up along and then got too hot. Just into that gray area. You're going to lose that grip, and look at Radman fighting hard. But Billingsley looks like he may have gone from 5th into 3rd.
Radman and Forsberg going to be fender to fender, leaving turn 3. Somehow they keep it in one piece. And look at this battle. It is Billingsley on the outside of Cole Gamma, and a wiggle and a wobble from Forsberg. He wants it back.
Yeah, Billingsley, what a restart from him. 5th to 3rd. It's not settled yet. Look at Forsberg stuffing it down underneath Gamma as they're getting ready to head up the hill. He may have made that work.
Turn 5, spin. Somebody's off course in the kitty litter, and they run up to 6, single file. But we could get another full course. If you want a position, get it now.
Oh, that's Forsberg. There it is. That is the turn 6 slide. Comes back on, but wow.
Yep. And all those positions he earned are gone. Up the inside again at the corkscrew. It's Billingsley fighting Gamma. Little contact down the hill, Hamilton.
Ooh. Yeah, Hamilton almost, I think, got it just a little tick in the back there almost. And not sure, but this is just fascinating. And another guy who is absolutely flying right now is Beaupre.
Look at this, Radman boxed in to the right. Like I said, we could get a full course. If you want a position, you need to get it now.
Yeah, that's Beaupre. And oh, he got just a little bit too wide. It's going to cost him.
No white.
Another, at
least two. The 90 side by side. That's Kaylee Countryman.
Man, she's having a run.
Oh, she's going to get sent on down here at turn 2, though.
She just shut that door. Said, thank you, no. And now the problem is we know Radman's fast. And look at him close up.
And here comes Hamilton. Really reliving the drift life there for a second out of turn 3. And he's back. It's Hamilton v. Forsberg. And who is that, the 39 of Cooper in the middle? I
think it is, right in the center here. Here comes Chang, then Gamma. There's Billingsley. Beaupre. Oh, wow, this is just what a last couple of laps we have seen here.
And all the cars at 5 have cleared, so we will stay green.
Oops, somebody stalled, though, at the exit of 6.
Oh, that's a bad spot to be stuck.
Yes, it is.
Got to keep your eyes up here, leaving turn 6 with that car stalled on the right.
We haven't seen this shot of the corkscrew. Look at this. You can just see the serpentine nature. That's why I made my little joke about Lombard Street. It's just that twisty as you fall down here.
Into turn 10 now.
That's Countryman. That's Kaylee on the back of Beaupre. Now Radman going to come down the inside. Kaylee trying to ramp. What an outside move as she pulls it off. Beaupre hit that curb, bounced him wide. That forced Countryman a little wide. Here comes Radman.
Forsberg in behind Hamilton, and behind them there's another car that's made some mission moves up the inside there. I think I saw a white flag this time.
That might be Jacob Gailey who's joined this battle here as well.
Send and a half. This is getting tight and untidy.
Yeah. Look at that. Side by side through Andretti.
Oh, contact between the teammates there. Forsberg into the back of Hamilton. Go, go, go.
And you see how early Radman picked up the throttle, and he carried a little slide, but he made it work. Dives to the inside. Really aggressive move there, and just sort of scoots. I think that's Billingsley. He just moved right out of the way.
And look at the lunge from Hamilton on 5. And, man, here comes Beaupre back on, I think that was Forsberg there. This is just an all-out bare-knuckle brawl here for about 4th spot.
Yeah, it surely is. Ooh,
they're trusting him with this.
Be careful. Yep. Yeah, everybody sees it.
They're trusting him to not make passes here into turn 6. But into 7's fair game, and that was the look. And no, too much. Slide and a spin right at the top of the corkscrew.
Hamilton.
And he got it back straight, and he's going to continue.
Yeah, whoever gave him that little nudge straightened him right out again, and he wisely grabbed a gear and took off here.
This is getting wild here.
It is. Look at this. Lunge to the inside.
Everybody everywhere. Checkered flag. The Rush Stig. He's pit in. It's Alex Chang. He'll win another. Colt Gamma, 2nd place. Then behind him, it's going to be Billingsley.
Yeah.
The podium.
What a drive by Billingsley, Radman, and Countryman.
And 3 wide behind. Schneider to 9th.
What a drive, and Gailey up into 10th as well. But Schneider, look at this in the back row. Is that a spin?
It is a spin, and there's a car backwards.
Oh, yeah.
They'll get it turned around.
Wow.
But that was wild. Told you bare knuckle brawl, Greg.
It was that. TJ Hunt came from right at the back to 16th.
16th place for TJ. How about that?
That's a heck of a drive for him.
And there is the 30 car that has, and that's Saldana.
Yeah.
That has taken some damage in the closing moments. All right. Well, deep breath.
We're done, right? We're done.
No,
we're not.
No, we put them all in a blender and do it all over again.
Yeah, we do. And it's going to be just as fierce, I think.
Rush SR Race 4 is complete. Billingsley grabs the podium, but Chang and Gamma, your top 2. We're going to take a quick break, catch our breaths, and we'll be back with Gridlife Touring Cup race number 4 here on this Saturday afternoon. The last coverage of the day from Gridlife Laguna. We'll be right back.